Do you ever feel like you're running in circles? Like no matter what you do, you're stuck in these same loops of doubt and confusion and frustration? Well, what if I told you that this stuck feeling is actually part of your journey and that there's a way out? Stick with me, because if you're feeling stuck and you want to break free in 2025, this video is for you. Oftentimes in life, we go through these dark periods, a dark night of the ego, where nothing makes sense anymore. We can't hold on to anything. We might even feel the burning of the crucible as we're losing everything. And then we come to this labyrinth. It's the twists and turns that can really feel endless. Like we're not really sure where we're going, but we know we aren't going to go where we used to be. It can feel like it's endless, but here's the truth. Each step, even the dead ends, are part of your transformation. So you can have a lot of doubt and fear and unresolved emotion that can create these loops of confusion because you're recognizing that the way you've been living your life isn't working, but you're not quite sure what the new path forward is. That's what it's like to go through the dark night of the ego. But even though your identity and everything familiar is being dismantled, when you're in this labyrinth, when you feel like you're in loops and you're kind of stuck, there's actually good news. Because feeling stuck isn't the end of your journey. It's a sign that you're ready for the next phase. Navigating the labyrinth is actually an act of courage and self-discovery. You may feel like you want to just pull the covers over your head and give up. But when you can actually acknowledge the stuckness and start working to understand what's behind it, this will be the most empowering moment for you on your journey, because the labyrinth is the turning point in the dark night to dawn trajectory. So I can share with you how one of my clients was feeling like she was ready to pull her hair out because she would make a step forward and it felt like she was taking 2 steps back, and then she'd go in another direction. And it was like, okay, I could see this from the outside. Like there's a pattern here. There's a pattern to like the overthinking and then the retreat, then the forward momentum, and then the backtracking, full of self-doubt, inner critic. And that's where the cornerstone process comes in. The cornerstone process is a 5-step holistic framework for getting to understand who you are and how you've been programmed. Like I could see the loops that she was going through, but she didn't know where they were coming from and how her past programming had made it almost impossible for her to break out of them. So by going through the cornerstone process, which is outlined in the Real Self-Love Handbook, she was able to get clarity. And that's what I want for you, the clarity for you to move forward with insight, awareness. So step 1 in the cornerstone process is awareness. You pay attention to the patterns. Is your body changing? Is your mind spinning the same old story? Are you stuck in the same limiting beliefs? Well, awareness is the first step to breaking free. In the Real Self-Love Handbook or in the Dark Night to Dawn guidebook, we go through the 5 steps of the cornerstone process with exercises and journal prompts and reflections on every step. So get that and get started. Step 2 is acceptance. Rather than fighting the stuckness, acknowledge it. Now, this isn't about giving up. There's a difference here. It's about giving yourself permission to pause and reflect. Because when you're feeling stuck and you're clinging, trying to figure out what's the next move, what's right, what am I doing wrong, you're actually blocking yourself from higher states of consciousness. When you can actually be in acceptance, pause and reflect. What is it in me that's provoking this, like your past programming? What is it in the world that I'm just not accepting? What am I resisting? This is pivotal in helping you access better energy. Step 3 is accountability. This is where you take ownership of your choices. Having looked at the past, understanding your programming, yes, maybe the drama and trauma, we step out of blame. No more blame, not blaming yourself or anyone else, and moving into accountability. This is where we take responsibility for our life now and going forward. We may not have been conscious before. We may have been abused or manipulated before, but now you get to stand in your power. And so these are just the first 3 steps of moving from the dark night, moving into the dawn of the soul. And I really believe that if you will take this time to pause and reflect, you really can make 2025 your year to rise. Because if we look at the original poem, San Juan de la Cruz, who wrote Dark Night or Noche Oscura, it's where everyone got this term Dark Night of the Soul, even though he never said it was a dark night of the soul. It's a dark night of the ego. In that poem, he talks about this inner light. It is the soul. It is a guiding force. Your inner wisdom is always leading you, even when the way forward feels totally unclear. Trust that each step that you take, moving you into 2025, brings you closer to the center of your true self. So, all of this is to support you. There are guided meditations and journal prompts and affirmations in the Dark Night to Dawn guidebook. Now, this is just one step in this powerful 5-part framework for transformation. If you're ready to rise in 2025, get the guidebook to learn the full cornerstone process. If you need help navigating your own labyrinth and getting free from the stuckness, download one of the guided meditations to connect with your inner light and move forward with clarity. And of course, if you're ready to dive deeper into reclaiming your authentic self, grab a copy of the Real Self-Love Handbook. And trust me, my friend, you are not lost. You are finding your way. In 2025, you will be able to rise with purpose, power, and clarity. And together we can navigate this journey with a little more grace. So just know that I am rooting for you and sending you blessings along the way.